this dimension, aren't you? And by the way, मैं इतना लो इसलिए रखता हूँ live stream, vertical live stream को, because nobody sees its replay, because I unlist it as soon as I'm done with the live stream. तो अभी ये सिर्फ literally reach बढ़ाने के लिए. And by the way, if I appear or sound different, it's because I have fever, which I'm literally feeling right now, and like slight constant headache as well. Like, and that's not gonna stop me from streaming, and not even this embarrassing haircut. Okay, I'm gonna stream anyway. Some about a vertical people made. I know, right? Thank you. Pami is saying, yo, I got 55. Oh shit, I just forgot. I just read chemistry and I just क्लिक हुआ मेरे को. देयर वाज अ लाइव स्ट्रीम जो हमने डिस्कॉर्ड पे डिसाइड की थी कि लर्निंग केमिस्ट्री ऑन स्ट्रीम, एंड इट्स गोना बी लाइक जोक ही होगा कि ब्रेकिंग बैड में आई एम गोना लर्न हाउ टू कुक मैथ, लेकिन एक्चुअली आई एम गोना लर्न 12th ग्रेड केमिस्ट्री, जो बहुत फनी. ही गॉट 55 इन केमिस्ट्री. आई एम अज्यूमिंग दैट्स आउट ऑफ 80, राइट पम्मी? यस, 64 in physics and 45 in bio. प्लीज इनके टोटल्स. अच्छा, आउट ऑफ 100, जीसस. केमिस्ट्री, अच्छा ठीक है. तो अगर थोड़ा सा रियलिस्टिकली सोचें तो दिस इज above average, definitely. I got 55 in chemistry, 64 in physics, and 45 in bio. Bio is 12th grade bio that difficult? I guess मेरे को इतना पता है कि scientific names याद करने पड़ते थे. It's not the easiest. लेकिन I'm sorry. Damn. Okay, it's fine. Relax. Marks से कुछ नहीं होता है, ठीक है? You just pass the exam. Shaman बोल रहा है dengue. Oh, don't say that. क्योंकि फैल रहा है. Pammy is saying 100 में से. Damn. Someone बोल रहा है you are a bio god. No, समरवीर. You don't. समर भी ट्रिगर हो रहा है बिकॉज उसका फेवरेट सब्जेक्ट बायो है. पम्मी बोल रहा है I know right, सब कुछ रटना होता है. Exactly. समर बोल रहा है 12th bio has minimum to none scientific names. So what's the most difficult part? Why do you think Pammy is a bio god? Why do you think? मतलब क्या, what went wrong? That's what I'm asking. If you would like to rant about it कि और ये वाला चैप्टर सही में मैं ना पढ़ के गया था और सारा उसी में से आ गया. I want to hear one of that. Without wasting much time, let me see if I can connect to my mobile जिससे तुम्हें मेरा स्क्रीन दिखे, जो what I mean, मेरे बुक दिखे. Connection failed. That's because the phone is locked. Let me unlock the phone for you. There you go. Okay, now can you? Okay, perfect. Everything goes according to plan always. Someone बोल रहा what chapters? Pami, yeah, Pami बोल रहा 1 2 3 4 6 and 5 2, तो 1 to 6. Someone बोल रहा reproduction part. 12th grade में there is a reproduction. What the hell more do you have to learn about it? Like the entire one thing that I felt that was missing in 8th grade and 10th grade was the entire gestation period when the baby is being produced, because I think I know nothing about it and I should. So is that covered? Somewhat the that genetic things. Yeah, exactly. वो भी हो सकता है कि how DNA is transferred. I think, I don't know. There were a lot of loopholes. अच्छा, वो से connect हो गया. Let me see if I can show you the screen. एक मिनट. Yeah, boom. क्या हो रहा है? Sounds like a call. Oh shit, रुक जा, मेरा खाना आ गया. लेकिन yes. Hold. हाँ भैया, आप आ गए क्या? अच्छा भैया, अभी आ रहा है, एक सेकंड. My dinner is here, so I'll be back in 1 second. Please hold. Sorry for subjecting you through. I'm sorry for subjecting you through this AFK be right back thing at the start of the screen itself. It did not mean anything by it. It wasn't supposed to be offensive. Okay, and I'm gonna eat this biscuit, and it looks like chocolate and sweet, but it's actually 0% sugar, 100% wheat, and no chocolate. It's tasteless, and it really tastes, like salt. Oh. We have to connect it again. There you go. Error starting video. Also stop करना पड़ेगा. I'm sorry, I'm out of breath. I had to run. That's the truth. There you go. 100%. Okay. Because I have a low battery on my phone, I'm putting it on charge simultaneously. It is supposed to be bad for the battery's health, but it's fine. You don't want it to live, forever. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just killing time. Yeah, there you go. Can you read it? Is it mirrored? It seems mirrored. Oh, perfectly. Holy shit. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm missing chat. Yes. I do feel like I'm missing chat, लेकिन मेरे को chat दिख नहीं रही. There you go. Oh shit. Bro, अच्छा मेरी chat मिस हो गई थी. Promising IDK. I just found all subjects non-interesting. Man, he's Sigma male. Non-interesting. So only read about 50 to 60 marks worth of content. Holy shit. Okay, that explains the marks. You got exactly those. Someone बोल रहा है molecular basis of DNA. What is that? आयुष बोल रहा है कामा सूत्रा दिखाओ. कामा सूत्रा क्या होता है? कामा सूत्रा. It is an ancient Hindu Sanskrit text on sexuality, eroticism, and emotional fulfillment. Hi. Is it about emotions? How to regulate emotions? Very interesting. We will read it tomorrow. Yeah, next time. So about a feet. Very good. Bro is so innocent on a call. Why are you in a kurta? I don't know. Everybody is asking me that. I don't know why I'm on kurta. So about a Pookie. Because Ramayana stream. Yeah, exact. That is the reason. So about oh Kiki, do you love me? Are you writing? Say you'd never ever leave. He's on drugs. I want to eat this chocolate. It's not chocolate. It is literally salty biscuit. What is that called? I think it's just wheat biscuit. It has no brand. I got it from a tapri shop for 30 rupees. It tastes very good. And it doesn't taste good. I think it's nutritious. Biscuit. Okay. Kama Sutra is a condom company. Huh. I didn't know that. Some of them healthy flirty cocaine. Exactly. But I guess it may have palm oil. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, now we're gonna read. Continue reading. Ramayana. This is the note we made last time. Which is basically a family tree. Which says that Dashrath and Sumitra were... Dashrath had 3 wives. Sumitra, Kekai, and Kaushalya. Kaushalya had 1 son, Ram. Kekai had 1 son, Bharata, who was to become the king. Who actually did become the king, I think. And Sumitra had 2 sons, Lakshmana and Shatrughan. I think if this is anything like Game of Thrones, they do not mention the daughters. Because daughters do not have such significance in history. There you go, vertical live stream. Now you can see the book even if you are watching on the vertical live stream. Okay, so let's continue. I don't know where we left off, but I think we did read the first chapter of Ramayana. I wanted to say there is a lot of YouTube shorts which can be made from the last 2 live streams actually. And I feel sorry for not having edited them. I did. I could have, and I'm disappointed in myself. Why does it feel कि यहाँ पे देखो, there are two things. There are this Bal Kanda and there's Ayodhya Kanda. Let me zoom in so you can read something, because at the moment I don't think you can read anything. Let me zoom in. There you go. यहाँ पे this should be now. There's a Bal Kanda and there's Ayodhya Kanda. So I think we started off with reading the Bal Kanda. Bal Kand. I have to stop pronouncing A's क्योंकि properly ये there it is. नहीं pronounce करते. There you go. We found it. So we were reading the first part of the first chapter of Bal Kand, and this is where we left off. So let's continue. Okay. There you go. Okay, I'm continuing. Is everything okay? Camera centered. Yeah, looks pretty good. Right. Chapter 1, Part 2. Hearing Narad's words, who was accomplished in speech, the great sage. There you go. You know, Narad is where it all started, this chapter, when he was praising how cool Ram was. And he's telling this to who? He's telling this to whom? There are these two characters who are talking. There's Narad and there's Valmiki, who is the author of this book. There it is. And it is said that, I guess I'm assuming that this basically means that Narad told Valmiki this entire story, which he has written here. So this is pretty cool. And I don't know who Narad is. It's a god, I think. But I'm saying, Amish, what is that? Someone with a worst family tree. Why don't you underline a bit? Underline. I do have a pencil, I think. Let me see. Pencil. Yeah, there it is. But what will I underline? I've never had the habit. But I did, kahan hai camera? I did read from textbooks back when I was in school. And that's when I underlined for keywords. Lekin I have not done that since. Let me read it and I'll underline whatever I feel which is important. So hearing Narad's words, who was accomplished in speech, the great sage, with dharma in his soul, worshipped him, accompanied by his disciple. Having been worshipped in the proper way, the celestial sage Narad, okay, Narad is a celestial sage, took his leave and departed through the sky, as the celestial beings would, to the world of the gods. That means heavens. After some time had passed, the sage went to the banks of the Tamasa. What is Tamasa? Not very far from the Jahanvi. What is Jahanvi? Jahanvi is, as said in 53, Jahanvi is the Ganga and Tamasa is a tributary. There you go. So Jahanvi is the Ganga and Tamasa is a tributary that flows through Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh. Valmiki's hermitage was on the banks of the Tamasa. That's a river. That makes sense. Let's continue. The great sage reached the banks of the Tamas, I don't know, with his disciple standing next to him. He saw that this Tirth, I can't see my face. Is my face hiding? Okay, let me go to the left. Okay, so perfect. Everything is fine. Relax. Don't be afraid. I'm with you. Okay, I think this is way better. All right. So Thomas, with his disciple standing next to him, he saw that this Tirtha was free from all mud. He said, "Oh Bharadwaj." Bharadwaj kya hai? It's Valmiki's disciple. Look, this Tirth is free from all mud. It is beautiful and the waters are pleasing, like the mind of a virtuous man. Oh son, place the water pot here and give my garment made of bark. I will immerse myself in this supreme souled Valmiki. What? मैंने एक लाइन मिस कर दी कि मैंने कामिकाजी का हेलो पढ़ा. कामिकाजी, hello to you as well. Welcome to the stream. I do appear to be reading Ramayana in its entirety and on live stream for some reason, and I have no rationale for this. It is happening. Bharadwaj was Thus, Supreme Tirth of Tamas. I will immerse myself in this Supreme Tirth of Tamas. Bharadwaj was thus addressed by the great souled Valmiki. Bharadwaj was thus addressed. I don't know what they're talking about, but I think I'll understand it. Kamikaze is saying, I used to watch your streams. When? What time? There have been so many sagas. Like the initial time we used to play Minecraft, and then we used to play Valorant, and then we used to play Fortnite. Then we had this Epic Games saga, and then that's it. I think that's all. That's the entirety of last 2-3 years, and it has been the most I have grown on this channel, which is amazing. Okay. I will immerse. Okay. Controlled and attentive towards his preceptor, he gave the sage the garment made of bark. The one who had controlled his senses received the garment made of bark from his disciple. He advanced, glancing in every direction at the great forest. अभी तक मेरे को समझ नहीं आ रहा, and I don't get what this garment is, which is made of bark, and bark, which we understand is the skin of the tree. So that's not very comfortable to be in. Near the spot, the illustrious one saw a couple of curlews wandering around. Curlews means the croncha bird. Don't know what that is, but I'm assuming it's a water kind of bird, which like a duck. Attached to each other. The sound they made was beautiful. There was a nishad. Nishad means the nishads were hunters who dwelt in mountains and forests. Okay. Oh, something's about to happen. Something's about to go down. There was a nishad, a hunter who bore evil intent towards those who resided there. While he looked on, he killed the male one from that couple. Limbs covered with blood, it trembled on the ground. On seeing it slain, the wife lamented in piteous tones. Oh, the sage had dharma in his soul. He saw that the bird had been brought down by the hunter and was moved by the compassion. Full of compassion, and on seeing the female curlew that was weeping, the Brahman recognized that this as adharma. Wait, is that why non-veg is bad in Hinduism? Is because you're separating families. He spoke these words. Oh Nishad, this couple of curlews was in the throes of passion, and you killed one of them. Therefore, you will possess ill repute for an eternal number of years. Damn. Having said this, a thought arose in his heart. Overcome by sorrow on account of the bird, what is this that I have uttered? The intelligent and immensely wise one reflected on this. Exactly. I mean, out of emotions, Narad, I think Narad is the one who's doing all of this. He, out of emotion of anger and pity, he basically condemned this guy for having zero aura for eternity. While I was overcome, what have I done? What have I said? The words, uttered, the intelligence, having made up his mind, the bull among sages spoke these words to his disciple. While I was overcome by grief, these words emerged. They have rhythm and meter and are arranged in padas. I think padas means stages. With an equal number of aksharas, letters. This and nothing else will be a shlok. The sage spoke these supreme words to his disciple, and he accepted them cheerfully. The preceptor was also content. Okay, following the prescribed rites, the sage performed his ablutions in that tirtha. Can we Google what ablutions mean? Because I can't even pronounce it. Never ever heard about this. Ablution, it means an act of washing oneself, a ceremonial act of washing parts of the body. It sounds like baptism. Very interesting. Was I here? Tirth. He returned, thinking about the purport of what had transpired. Bharadwaj, the humble and learned disciple, followed his preceptor at the rear, having filled the water pot. So I think Bharadwaj is the second disciple. The other one was Valmiki, and the main guy is Narad, who is the master. That's what I think is happening here. And the master has supernatural powers, and he's very wise, but he also makes mistakes in emotion. He's not the best. The one who knew about dharma entered the hermitage with his disciple. Seating himself, he conversed about other things, but continued to meditate on what had happened. See, the Lord Rama, the creator of the worlds, himself arrived there. Oh God, what? The immensely energetic one with four faces arrived there to see the bull among sages. Seeing him, the self-controlled Valmiki was at a loss for words. Exactly, Lord Brahma is here, man. Supremely astounded, he quickly arose and joined his hands in salutation. Of course, as you would, he worshipped the god and honored him with padya, arghya and a seat. ये सब क्या होता है? So these are objects always offered to a guest. Padya means water to wash the feet. Achamanya means water to wash the mouth. And arghya is a gift. And asan is a seat. Got it? Oh, you need to give a gift. Didn't know that. To the guests. Damn. ये तो बहुत ही sense बनता है. Why does it seem like my face goes away whenever I start reading? It's pretty bad. Okay, so he was pretty, hospitable to Lord Brahma himself, having prostrated himself in the proper way. He asked him about his welfare. Worshipped in this wonderful way, the illustrious one seated himself. He instructed the great sage Valmiki to also be seated. In the presence of the grandfather of the worlds himself, Valmiki sat down, his mind still meditating on what had happened. Are you serious? Let's see, maybe Brahma is here because of that, what happened. His intelligence clouded by a sense of enmity, that evil-souled one created a hardship. Without any valid reason, he killed a curlew that sang in such beautiful tones. He was again overcome by sorrow on account of the curlew. Full of sorrow in his mind, he again chanted the shlok. Brahma smiled at the bull among sages and said, "You have composed a structured shlok. There is no need to think about this, O Brahman. The meter and the speech arose from me." What? O supreme among sages, this was so that you could recount Rama's conduct in its entirety. What is he saying? In this world, the intelligent Ram possesses all the qualities and has dharma in his soul. He possesses fortitude, and you have heard about his conduct from Narad. Everything that the intelligent Ram did, openly and in secret, with Sumitra's son, and all that concerns the Rakshas. Okay, Sumitra's sons were Lakshmana and Shatrughan. Together with them, what they did with the Rakshas, it was pretty admirable. You know about Vaidehi's conduct, whether it has been revealed or is a secret. All that is unknown will also become known to you. In the Kavya means the long poem you compose, not a single word will be false, and there will be nothing that will not happen. In structured and beautiful shloks, compose the auspicious account of Ram's conduct. As long as there are mountains and as long as there are rivers on this earth, till such a time the Ramayana account will circulate in the worlds. Is this? Let me read it the entirety and then we'll see what the hell is going on. As long as Ram's account composed by you circulates till that time, you will reside in the upper regions, the nether regions, and even in my world. Having spoken these words, the illustrious Brahma vanished. With his disciple, the sage, Valmiki was struck by great wonder. All the disciples again chanted the shlok. Cheerful and extremely surprised, they chanted it repeatedly. In It was chanted by the great sage in 4 padas with an equal number of aksharas in each. Because of repeated recitation, and because it emerged from sorrow, it came to be known as a shlok. Shlok literally Ramayana means Ram's progress. Iron. Huh? Progress is iron. Ram's progress. Did not know that. Interesting. Literally. Huh. ये मैंने गलत पढ़ा, लेकिन what I wanted to read was yeah, but there was this word which I was very curious about. There it is, shlok 66. There is the implication that something becomes a shlok when it is recited by others, not just the composer. That's very interesting. Cheerful and extremely surprised, they chanted it repeatedly. ये तो मैंने पढ़ लिया था. And it became a shlok. It became a shlok as and when people started chanting it. Thus intelligence came to Valmiki, and thinking about it in his mind, he composed the entire Ramayana Kavya. You're saying that Ramayana is an entire long poem? He decided that this is what he should do. In beautiful padas, the broad-minded and illustrious one, which he calls himself, composed the account of the illustrious Ram's conduct with an equal number of aksharas in hundreds of shlokas. The generous and intelligent sage composed a kavya that brought him fame. This is amazing. This is what essentially it talks about the Ramayana itself, which is it's so meta, because in Ramayana itself they're talking about its creation, its inception, its conception. Essentially, जो कि बहुत cool है. Can we go to the big chat? Karthik is saying RDR 2 is amazing, but if you ask me, Last of Us 2 is better. Oh my god, bilkul straight out of my heart. A lot of people say that Last of Us 2 is bad storytelling because at the end they subvert expectations for the sakes of shock value, which I believe is not right. And I think that real people actually do switch. There is no necessary character development that needs to happen for actions to be taken place. So yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 is a masterpiece. Of course, you have given 2 sentences, but they mean so much. And thank you. And I'm so glad that you got to experience these games, these artworks. Again, I do believe कि Last of Us 2 is better than RDR 2, simply because RDR 2 is too long, and I haven't played it like more than 2 times. Like in Last of Us 2, I have played it like 20 times. Karthik is saying RDR 2 main character should not have died in the mid. Yeah, maybe. I mean, the way it feels like he was in the character arc of becoming a good person, but the reason he becomes a good person is because his time is so limited in this world. Like, still, it feels like it's a bittersweet ending, and it's the same for the last game as well. Red Dead Redemption 1 जो कोई नहीं खेलेगा क्योंकि उन लोगों ने Rockstar ने delete ही कर दिया. लेकिन it has a similar ending, and it's like कि main thing is कि if you choose the life of crime, if you are an outlaw, even if you redeem yourself, you can't escape the law and you die. Karthik is saying thanks to you, bro. Thank you. It's good that our friendship began really when I gave you the PlayStation Portable, and it never really became that, and now it has come to PlayStation 4, and hopefully you will give me PlayStation 5. That's been my entire plan, my evil mastermind, that you will provide the PS5 for me for a few months at least. I don't know, someday. Because I can't afford it. It's 55,000 rupees. I don't think you will buy it either. Karthik is a PS5 VR for free. Yes. Is it for free? Will you give it that to me for free? Like for a few months? Holy shit. Because VR में सही में you only need it for a few months. We can do a country. And because there are only like 1 or 2 maximum 5 good games for PlayStation VR. And they're really good. Like they're not like कि ऐसा पूरे दिन ही खेलते रहोगे तुम. And you only play that for an hour. Just saying कि VR, I wish there were more games so I could actually buy it. Like there's no real. मेरा नाक बंद है. I don't want to speak. There's no motivation for buying it. And I became sad because I talked about the PS5. Oh, this is better than drugs. Okay, मेरा सिर भी दुख रहा है, इसलिए we will duly continue the Ramayana. That's what we should do. Karthik is saying, I mean, when the day the VR games are good in quantity and quality, that's the day you'll purchase it. That's what you're saying? That's a very good idea. Very good. You should wait. We should wait. Okay, I will definitely say that VR games are good in quality, because of course they have to be, because you will otherwise feel dizzy, or you'll feel unaccomplished. जैसे अभी have you heard about the Half-Life Alyx जो आया था शायद 2 साल पहले? For the it is on all VR platforms, I think. जो भी है, I'm just saying have to be more in quantity, and I think the reason why they're not is because of that barrier. ज़्यादा लोग हैं नहीं VR space में खेलने के लिए, तो why would they even make games for VR? It's a loop. I don't know if it works. I don't know if it will go on. Again, of course, future of gaming is VR. It has to be. Chalo, bye, proud of what you are doing. Thank you so much, Karthik. And by the way, keep it up. Karthik, I'll text you later, but there's pretty sure that I got placed in a good company. Okay, and I'll text you the details. Like, it's pretty good. The joining is next year, May, and that's very good. I'm glad. I'm like one of the first, I'm one of the first students who got placed in the batch. It's pretty sure I'm the second. And in the entire MBA college, I think I'll be the top 20 definitely. So बहुत ही cool. Okay, now going to lead. All the best to you as well. Whatever you're doing, you're doing good as well. Yes, Karthik, अच्छा तूने पढ़ सुन लिया, thank God. ठीक है, I'll give you the details. बहुत ही cool है. It literally happened yesterday, but I would have given you details आज या कल में, but it has been so hectic. Okay, chapter 1, third part. Let's see what happens next, because it's getting very interesting. Having heard, wait, can I repeat what happened? Okay, अच्छा मैं वो distract हो गया था last of us में. Let me tell you what happened in the second part of the first chapter which we are reading. So what I feel कि Narad wasn't even included. It was the entire chapter was about Valmiki and Bharadwaj. Bharadwaj is also a disciple of Valmiki, and Valmiki is a sage who is very wise. It's not Narad, it's Valmiki, and he rarely mentions his own name because he is the one who's writing. So what happens is that Valmiki has these supernatural powers using his words, shloks, mantras, that he can affect things in the world. So what he sees is a hunter killing a couple of 2 ducks, I think 2 birds, and I think he kills the male and leaving the female weeping for her dead husband or partner, and it leaves Valmiki in a lot of grief and emotion, and in emotion he makes up this shlok to condemn the hunter for eternity, to have ill repute. And what that did was made him very guilty, because he thought that maybe that was a bit too much. And what happened is, in this state of conflict, Lord Brahma himself, the god of all creation, came to his house, and he sat there and he gave him his guest treatment and hospitality. And then Brahma says, for some reason he liked the shlok that Valmiki made, and he was pretty impressed by him, I think. And I guess we really don't know why Brahma chose Valmiki. Probably because he was so intelligent and so wise, hopefully. So Brahma did choose a very good candidate, and what he did say was, whatever you will compose, whatever kavya you will write of Ram, that will happen. So that means basically that Valmiki predicted or prophesied इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ because prophecy has to happen, predict may or may not happen, but prophecy has to happen. So I think Valmiki prophesied the entire story of Ramayana in his Kavya, and he was also promised by Brahma that you will be remembered till the end of times. And that is true, because we are reading Ramayana, which is written by Valmiki, and his name is still prevalent in today's society even after thousands of years. So that's pretty cool. Okay, let me see if I can fix this this transition. There you go, this is better. Okay, let me see. Let's continue the third part of the first chapter. let's see what happens next, because बहुत ही interest आ रहा है मेरे को. Having heard everything about the intelligent one, intelligent one. Intelligent one is Ram. Oh, having heard from Narad. Yeah, there you go. Let's see. He's heard everything about the intelligent one conduct, which was in conformity with Dharma. The one with Dharma in his soul again sought out all that was known about this. Following Dharma, the sage touched water. See, water is touched before an auspicious act. Alright, I did not know this. Joined his hands in salutation and stood on a mat of dharba glass. Dharba glass is sacred grass. It is not clear whether he stood or seated himself. It says and stood on a mat of dharba grass. Alright, facing the east, he sought out a chart for progress. What follows is a description of what is in the Ramayana. The sentence is incomplete, without a subject and a verb, not unusual in Sanskrit. The birth of the extremely brave Ram, who showed his favors towards everyone, was loved by the worlds. His perseverance, amiability, and devotion of the truth. The many other wonderful deeds with Vishwamitra or as an aid, the shattering of the bow, and the marriage with Janaki. Janaki. I've heard about this name. I think this is the other name of Sita, who was the wife of Ram. The dispute between Ram and Ram. ये क्या sense है? Ram and Ram. Parshuram. The other Ram is Parshuram. And the qualities of Dashrath's son, Ram's consecration, and Keke's evil intentions. This is interesting, because I have heard that Keke wasn't the one who was evil. She was manipulated by her housemate. So this is interesting. But I guess she was turned evil eventually, because she did do the act. She is behind. She is the villain. Come on. Okay, the obstacle. Okay, give me a second to check if the stream is online still, or if everything is in order. We should keep checking, because I am the only person. I don't have a manager, so I have to keep sure that everything is always in check. Okay, thank you so much. It's all good. The obstacle created for the consecration and Ram's exile, the miserable lamentations of the king, and his departure for the world hereafter. That means death, of course. That means Ram also has to die. That's very deep. Very deep. I don't know why I thought it wouldn't. Like in every avatar dies, like in their soul lives on. I don't know how it works. Like in यहाँ पे शायद basically ये बोल रहा है कि he wrote all of this because he knew about Ram so much from Narad, how does that work? Because he wasn't even born. I think पहली बात तो Ram was the avatar of Vishnu. Is that right? So would Narad be telling Valmiki about Vishnu instead, or whatever Vishnu had in mind for the avatar? Maybe, who knows. Okay, whatever. He's telling about all this, whatever happened. The sorrow of the ordinary subjects and the separation from the ordinary subjects. And the conversation with the king of the Nishads. Nishads means Guha. No idea. And the charioteers returned. The crossing of the Ganga and the meeting with Bharadwaj. Having obtained Bharadwaj's permission, their site of Chitrakuta, the construction of an abode, and Bharat's arrival there to seek Ram's favors. The performance of the water rites for the father, and consecration of the sandals, and the residence in Nandigram. The departure for Dandakaranya and the meeting with Sutikshna. These are जो events हैं, I don't think that I can recall them. Like I don't know what these are. Anasuya's problem and the granting of an ointment for the body. Who is Anasuya? The conversation with Shurpanak. हाँ, बहुत सारी नई चीज़ें आ रही हैं. I wonder if you, whoever is watching, can relate or can remember any of these names. And her disfigurement. The slaying of Khar and Trishra and Ravan's rise. That we know. The slaying of Marich and Vedihi's abduction. Raghav's lamentations and the slaying of the king of the vultures. Jatayu? The sighting of Kabandh and the sighting of Pampa. The sighting of Shabari and the sighting of Hanumat. Hanumat we know. That's basically the other name of Hanuman. The lamentation of the great souled Raghav in Pampa. Acha, isn't Raghav the other name of Ram? So I don't know why it's said here. The departure for Rishyamukha and the meeting with Sugriv. The generation of friendship between the two and conflict between Bali and Sugriv. The crushing of Bali and the bestowal on Sugriv. Bali. Tara's lamentations and the agreement to reside there until the monsoon nights were over. The rage of the Raghav lion and the lion. A consequent rise in Ravan's wrath. And इसके बारे में क्या है? At Sugriv's delay. मेरा बिल्कुल दिमाग नहीं चल रहा. And this is so new. Like I can't. This is something like I'm being asked to recall something that I don't even have in my memory. So it's pretty hard. And the gathering of the army, the departure in various directions, and a description of the earth. Yeah, interesting. The gift of the ring and the sighting of the bear's den. What the hell is this about? They are fasting to death and their sighting of Sampatti. Is that supposed to be wealth? I don't know what's going on. These are so many things that I think we have gone past Ram's death. And these are events after Ram's death, I guess. The ascent of the mountain and the leap across the ocean. The solitary entry into Lanka in the night. Hey! And thinking about what should be done. The visit to the liquor room and an examination of the fortifications. The visit to Ashok forest. Oh. And the sighting of Sita. The giving of the sign and Sita's address. The censure of the Rakshas ladies and Trijat's nightmare. Trijat. Sita's gift of the jewel and the destruction of the trees. The driving away of the Rakshas ladies and the slaying of the guards. The capture of the son of Vayu. That means Maruti, Hanuman. His roaring and the burning down of Lanka. The seizure of the honey on the leap back. ये क्या चीज़ है? Seizure of the honey on the leap back. The presentation of the jewel and the assurance of Raghav. The meeting with the ocean and Nala's construction. Nala. On the bridge. The crossing of the ocean and the siege of Lanka in the night. The meeting with Vibhishan. This sounds like a name I remember. Is this the brother of Ravan? I don't know. And the recounting of the method of killing. The slaying of Kumbhakarna and the crushing of Meghnad. Ravan's destruction and the regain of Sita in that city of enemies. The instatement of Vibhishan and the sighting of Pushpak. The departure of Ayodhya and the meeting with Bharat. And the disbandment of all soldiers and arrangements for Ram's crowning. The delight brought to his own kingdom and Vedihi's exile. Vedihi. In this Kavya, the illustrious Rishi Valmiki described everything that happened as long as Ram was on earth and all that would occur in the future thereafter. There you go. Please read this again. Valmiki described everything that happened as long as Ram was on earth and all that would occur in the future thereafter. That means he literally wrote everything. And that's something very interesting. I believe that is enough for this live stream. I know this is the shortest live stream which I'm doing because of my ill health. And it's also because I have to go to the gym tomorrow morning, hopefully, preferably. I'm going to end this live stream prematurely, and maybe this will be the new standard for live streams, is 1 to 2 hours, just to keep the thing. I'm sorry, I have not read the vertical chat, because vertical live stream जो chat चल रही है, it has a separate chat, तो मैं read कर रहा हूँ. I'm just discovering that you did. Journey Gamer saying, yo, new concept. Yeah, it does look like a new concept, and it did cover new grounds. Like, I did not know कि Valmiki was, I knew that God chose Valmiki or gave him visions. Like, in what I felt that it was just in his dreams. Like, and now we know that it was a conscious communication by Lord Rama himself. Purple Peak Production was there, and he's saying, "Mujhe bhi dekhna hai. You look cute. Thank you." Anyway, to show the whole book, yes, go on my channel and watch the landscape. Bruh, see chat. I'm sorry. Nikin, if you want to see the entire book, which you can't, maybe if on the vertical live stream it wasn't that visible, then that was because it is not supposed to be. You have to watch the landscape stream, which is going on simultaneously on my channel. Okay, now before I die, and if you could feel me, touch me on my forehead, it is very warm, it is hot, it is burning. I probably have like 100-degree fever right now, and it means that I need to eat and sleep. So thank you so much for watching and being so patient with me. I will get better soon, and then I'll do a live stream which is more energetic and productive, and we'll do a chemistry live stream. I have ideas for, but other ideas, it just feels like I have no ideas. That is the thing that you're not supposed to admit. Like, I'm sure I have them written down somewhere on my phone or computer, and I will implement them or apply them duly whenever I feel better. Thank you for watching, and I will see you very soon, maybe after a week, because I have my midterm exams and I want to focus more on that. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and do leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next live stream, or maybe hopefully YouTube shorts. All right, bye bye. Good night. Good night, sweet dreams. Good night, sweet dreams. Good night. I'm going early. Bye bye. See you later.